Hi, my name is Dalton Hanneman. I'm going to be talking about using PowerShell in Windows today for administration purposes or really anything you can think of. Especially in the IT world, I found PowerShell to be super useful for everything from Active Directory to just simple tasks in Windows, writing scripts, just a ton of different stuff. I'll go over a couple of commands and things inside of this PowerPoint to kind of show you guys what you can use and just touch the surface. So let's get into it. Kind of the history of PowerShell. Microsoft was kind of looking for something new to replace command line, see if there's a better way to do and run commands inside of Windows. So in 2002, they kind of started creating PowerShell, coming up with the ideas, implementing a little bit of it into Windows XP, Windows 95, just playing around with it, seeing how it was, and surprisingly, they're really happy with it. So they kept iterating over it, teaching people about it. In 2009, PowerShell came out with version 2, which is what everybody kind of is used to, likes to use now, with Windows 7, Windows 10 even. In my job with IT, I work a lot with lots of users, and I use PowerShell for everything. It just allows me to write scripts and make things go a lot quicker, easier, less navigating through command line, and rather just saying exactly what I want done and automating this task each and every time. And that's kind of what was the goal of Windows creating this, or Microsoft creating this, sorry. You can do it on Windows Server, the normal Windows OS, really anything. Kind of to go over PowerShell versus the command line. Commands in PowerShell are called CMDlets. They're a little bit different than command line. Command line is a little bit abbreviated. PowerShell is a little bit more written out. You'll see it when I bring up some examples here soon. PowerShell makes use of pipes. Like Linux, this really allows you to instantiate more commands into one line rather than going from one directory to another, and then finding what you need. This allows you to do everything right in one line. It's a super useful tool, which makes scripting in PowerShell so much. It's great. I really can't iterate how good PowerShell is, and I hope all of you guys get out there and get to use this a little bit. PowerShell is a powerful scripting environment, like we talked about, where you can create complex scripts to manage Windows systems. Like I said, to manage group policy and users, I use PowerShell all the time at my job, rather than using command line. Now, I still use command line just for simple things like ipconfig all, just getting simple computer information. Like when I remote into someone's computer, I have to find out their host name. So I still use command line for simple things like that. But for overall, PowerShell is my go-to for some of the bigger tasks, the automated tasks that I need done. PowerShell is object-oriented, which is really good. It goes along with the scripting. Really nice for getting everything done. You can write really nice scripts, bigger scripts. Like I said, you can't do this in command line, so just another advantage to PowerShell. It's developed using the Net framework. Just the Net framework just allows you to do so much more with PowerShell. It's a great tool to have. Here's a little brief overview that I found from the internet for you guys. Just kind of explaining PowerShell. A couple commands in there like set local extensions. Here's some more simple commands. Everything from get help to start sleep. You can use PowerShell remotely. That's one thing that I really like it for. If I need to, say someone left their computer on, or someone left our say our camera system on and I needed to at least lock that computer, I could send out remote commands to lock that computer without actually going and traveling and trying to shut off that computer myself, or locking that computer myself, or having someone go in to do it. Get help is like the command of all commands for PowerShell. It will really give you everything that you need to know for PowerShell. It shows you all the commands that you need. If you're trying to use a get process or something, you use get help with it, and you can see what type of commands you can use inside of that get process command. Super helpful. Set execution policy. This is great for exactly what it says. I mean, you can set what users are going to be able to get, how they're going to be able to use it. Just a great tool there. Get event log, that's a great one too. You can see kind of what processes the computer has been going through, what's been happening, what's been causing a certain problem. Get process is another thing. You can use PowerShell as task manager kind of more efficiently. You can see what processes have been running, how much resources they've been using. That's just a great tool. And then you see the start sleep and restart computer. That's all. You can use those remotely, which is really nice for an IT administrator. Here's some just overview of other cool things that you can be doing with PowerShell. I already talked about you can kill a process, task manager. You can use PS drive to view what other drives are connected other than just what the map network drives that are in your system or network. You can background a time-consuming task. So if you're doing something and it's taking too many resources, or it's just you don't want it to be popping up anymore on Windows Start, you can just background it. You can insert timestamps into your scripts or anything that you're doing in PowerShell, so you can know when something was changed, or if you have other people in your administration working in PowerShell, you can have them put in timestamps. So if something goes wrong, you can revert back to that timestamp, see when it happened, what they did, and just know what you need to do to fix it. And then I've gone over the remotely restarting and shutting down computers quite a bit. Here's my sources and just a quick overview. PowerShell is just a great tool. Like I said, if you're in anything doing with the IT world, using Windows operating systems a lot, I can't reiterate, PowerShell is great. Go check it out if you can. There's plenty of resources on Spiceworks and YouTube, and even Windows themselves on Microsoft's site. They have, Microsoft's site has tons of PowerShell free tutorial videos and everything. So, yep, check it out.